It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Up next, we'll get a look at Patrick Mahomes. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chiefs and the Raiders. All that and more. Coming up next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen, or should I say Dean Olsen, because tight end you doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs, compete for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. They're led out by the man from Purdue, their quarterback, Aiden O'Connell.
We had a chance to sit down with him this week, Mike. It almost came across to both of us that he wasn't entirely over last week's close loss. And he made the point. He said, listen, playing quarterback in the NFL, you're going to be judged by how well do you play and what is your record in one-score games. Last week, they found themselves on the wrong end of it. They get themselves into a back-and-forth matchup today. They've got to make enough plays down the stretch to come away with the win.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down. Straight ahead, here's Madison. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's O'Connell. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Jamari Conner.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
The Chiefs come out with the face of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes. 2-time regular season MVP, 3-time Super Bowl MVP, just in his 8th year, best in the business at the helm for KC, Greg.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. He had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, this is going to be a hard group to beat.
First down throw, Mahomes. The left side into the hands of Hopkins. With that, I want to give you a look here at the receiving numbers for him from the game a week ago. He'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Gray is the motion man here. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
Off the bootleg, it's Mahomes. That's caught right side. It's Hopkins. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
They put Kelce in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still first down.
Throwing again, it's Mahomes. To the outside, catch made by Brown.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Mahomes now to throw again. Oh, he's got a man. That's caught by Brown. A pickup of 10, and it's going to set up 1st and goal. Here's Pacheco.
Penetration is the key to run defense. Stop the running back before he has a chance to get started. That's exactly how it played out here.
It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal. They put Kelce in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. They put Kelce in motion. He'll take this one down to the 8-yard line. This is the 8th play of this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Look wide. Get this one complete. A 2nd effort, and he is in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, KC. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Harrison Butker now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Chiefs will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Dylan Laube. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. Man in motion here is Tucker. On 1st down, it's O'Connell. That's caught by Abdullah. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8. Now it's the veteran, Amir Abdullah. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. He connects with the open man. That's Myers. His 50th reception on the season, and he's got a first down to go with him.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Here's a run with Abdullah, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6. On play action, O'Connell. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
O'Connell going to throw on 1st and 10. He'll let this go towards the end zone. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll be 2nd down. On the give, this is Madison. And that will get him back on schedule. Good pickup of 7, sets up 3rd and 3. Again, it's Madison. And he's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
They'll go. It's Madison. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark. But he is short. They've held him on 4th down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you. Let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Chiefs offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. This will begin at their own 13-yard line, so work to do starting with this 1st and 10. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Play action here. Mahomes. He's got his man. He finds Worthy. 14 yards on that pass play there. 1st down, KC. They put Kelsey in motion. Now whistles. Play clock at 0, and that'll cost them 5.
Offense. Still 1st down.
To the air once more, it's Mahomes. That one complete to Brown. And he'll get the penalty yardage and then some back and is very close to a first down. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
It's a gain of 15. Brings up 2nd and inches.
We are through 1. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. Right back to the air from Mahomes. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Here's Abdullah. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. From the pistol, it's O'Connell. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. To the right side, here's Madison. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. They're going to mark them short, and it is going to be 4th down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to them, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting set to get back to work. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he'll take this up to the 30. Pick up a 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They go play action with Mahomes. He'll get that complete to Isaiah Pacheco.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short game.
They'll try and run it here with Pacheco. And he's not going to get the first down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
The idea here for this offense is you're not really thinking necessarily touchdown. You're thinking first down. Let's get a fresh set of downs here and reset. But in this case, they suffer a loss, and it brings up 4th down.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Seems like the quarterback was a little predetermined in his read. I think he decided even before seeing the coverage where that ball was going. Next time, read the coverage. Let the play unfold. Don't force something that's not there.
And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Now O'Connell. This one complete to Bryant.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's O'Connell. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
On 4th down, last year's All-Pro punter A.J. Cole on now for the Raiders. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. So, here comes the KC offense set to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. That's complete. He got it to Hopkins. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a 1st down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He'll push forward for about a yard. Tyree Wilson, former 7th overall pick. They're on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 32-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
The best defenders, Mike, they have an ability to impact the game in a lot of different ways. I mean, take this guy. Earlier in the game, he comes up with a big interception. Now he gets sent on a blitz. He comes through for a sack. They better find out exactly where this guy is, both run and pass. He's having himself a great day. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Marshall is on the move. On the ground, Abdullah. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards with Justin Reed up from his safety spot to make the stop. They face 2nd down and 7. Here's O'Connell. To the right side, Holt. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. That's picked up by the Chiefs. And so much for a nice gain through the passing game. Not finishing the play, fumbling the football, and the offense has turned it over, Greg.
Mike, give credit to the defender here for not quitting on this play. They just give up a chunk play in the passing game. He stays after it, and instead of just making a simple tackle, he attacks the ball, knocks it loose, and creates a big takeaway for this defense.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Open man is Hopkins. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now, Mahomes. Open man, left side. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
That's good for our Kansas City Chiefs.
On the carry, it's Pacheco. That would qualify as an angry run. Powering his way forward. A pickup of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Mahomes now on 2nd down. This caught right side by Worthy. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Now, Mahomes. A short one caught by Kelsey.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a 1st down. Mahomes now to throw again. Got a man over the middle. It's Worthy. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now KC going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. Clock will stop with 33 seconds to go until halftime. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start of this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Laube now to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense going to get it one final time in this 1st half. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with 1st and 10. To throw is O'Connell. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. On 2nd down, O'Connell. Here's a screen set up for Abdullah. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. That's caught left side by Bowers. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's O'Connell. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. O'Connell to throw. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Greg in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up later this weekend around the NFL. A number of great games coming up this holiday weekend. Of course, we begin tomorrow. The second ever Black Friday game. The Raiders, Chiefs from Arrowhead. Even more good matchups to check out in the late afternoon window. A 4 o'clock start up in Baltimore, where it'll be the Ravens taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Finally, on Monday night, Cyber Monday. Put the credit card away and settle in for the Browns and Broncos from Denver. In the first half, we saw some strong play from Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Here come the Chiefs and last year's Super Bowl MVP, Patrick Mahomes, for their next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And this will be a short pickup to about the 30. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
At the 30-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 47.
They put Kelsey in motion. Play clock has expired. They're not going to get this one off on
Delay
top.
of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
A handoff to Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain. Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Play action here. Mahomes, he'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Here's a handoff to Pacheco. And he'll bring this inside the 30. A gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Mahomes. To the outside. Catch made by Brown. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. They put Kelsey in motion. Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
Here's Mahomes. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still second down.
They put Kelsey in motion. Mahomes now to throw on second down. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
And he's in. Hollywood Brown. Touchdown, Chiefs.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Laube now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. The drive starts with a run by Madison. He'll try to push forward. He'll wind up getting 3 yards with that one. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. A second down throw for O'Connell. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain of 24 through the air. Good for a Raider first down.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
He looks forward for maybe a yard. Chris Jones, the All-Pro, there on the tackle. Throwing on second down. O'Connell. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. Off the play fake, it's O'Connell. He's going to take a shot down the field.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, but it's probably a touchdown.
He'll go. O'Connell. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Jaylen Watson. And the Chiefs are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Chiefs offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls, it's been intermediate shots, it's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
And he'll get about 5.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
A run up the middle with Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd down and 5.
Gray is the motion man here. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay.
Offense. Still 3rd down.
So a much more difficult scenario now. It is 3rd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. He'll check that down to Pacheco. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down. On comes the Chiefs punter.
Formation for the Chiefs.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense and Aiden O'Connell heading back onto the field. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's O'Connell. That's caught by Abdullah. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Marshall is on the move. They'll run Abdullah. And this rough day on the ground continues. They're going to drop him behind the line again.
Where a defender makes his tackles tells you a lot about his abilities. And for an interior defensive lineman, Mike, to make plays on the outside of the formation just speaks to his speed, his effort, his ability to run down the line. And we saw it here, and he takes the back down for a loss.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now O'Connell. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field, you're hoping that next possession has a different result.
Patrick Mahomes going to lead the KC offense back out for this next drive. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
He was brought down by Jack Jones. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. 3rd down, 3 to go.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He's got his tight end. It's Kelsey. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
A run. It's Pacheco. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
A give here to Pacheco. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. Let's call it a gain of 3, but a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 1.
Off the play fake, here's Mahomes. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the 1st down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they're able to convert.
To the left side, it's caught by Brown. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
At the Raiders' 21-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Oh, a bad time to run out of time. They don't get the play off
Delay of
on
game.
3rd and
Offense.
short.
Still 3rd down.
Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Here's a shot toward the end zone.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6? I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
Laube now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. Let's go back and scroll through some of their drives. One theme, Greg, going to keep emerging throughout. Too many turnovers.
Yeah, I think it's been a combination of just carelessness, right? Some sloppy play offensively that has caused some of them But also let's give some credit to the defense. I think in a lot of the cases, they're also forcing these takeaways, punching the ball out, going up for interceptions. They've been in the right place at the right time. So combination of really good defense at times, and at times really bad offense.
On second down, O'Connell. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, O'Connell. They'll go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. To throw is O'Connell. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. Give him 27, and it's 1st and goal. Here's a run. He is in. Alexander Madison. Touchdown, Raiders. That touchdown puts him in double digits. Now 10 rushing touchdowns on the season. Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders are able to edge a bit closer. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Brown now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense, and Patrick Mahomes coming out for their next drive. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They put Kelce in motion. They will not get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game, offense. Still 2nd down.
Off the RPO, they'll get it to Brown. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Mahomes. Taking off, he'll try to get there.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the 1st down.
And the Chiefs will punt the ball away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Raiders offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
First down, Las Vegas.
O'Connell to throw. He'll go right back to Myers. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Raider first down.
Now you start thinking situational football, Mike. We're under the 4-minute mark. They've got to go get a score here. Ideally, you want to do it on the plus side of the 2-minute warning, if at all possible.
O'Connell going to throw on 1st and 10. It was Jalen Watson who got the arm in there to break that one up. A 2nd down throw for O'Connell. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a 3rd down. Here's O'Connell. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush. And it will lead to a turnover on downs.
So here as the quarterback, you can't take that sack. You have to understand it's 4th down. While you don't want to throw a pick, you've got to get this ball out of your hand and give one of your playmakers a chance to make a play for you and extend this drive on 4th down.
The Chiefs offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. And this crowd certainly has liked what they have seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in. They have not disappointed as they have the advantage here in the 4th.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd down, Pacheco. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, you've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. There's that man again. Another catch. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now from the gun. That one caught by Tucker. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. And they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that 1st down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started. I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
And he's going to have a Raiders first down. They come up with a big one there to keep the drive moving. And then some. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
To the right side, hauled in by Myers. Here's 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. And they'll get a few extra days to rest as they get the victory here on this Black Friday. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.